Lo and behold, Hunter Biden was indicted yesterday in Delaware. At least it was in Delaware, since it will probably go to the same judge that rejected his first plea agreement. But it's a sham, as I always say, in the words of Woody Allen in Bananas, and I'm going to actually attach the scene of Bananas to this podcast. It's a travesty of a mockery of a sham of two mockeries of a sham of a travesty. This is simply to let steam out of the oven, because Hunter Biden should be in an oven. He should fry. He should do time for what he's done, laundering money to the Biden crime family in the amount in excess, as of what we know today, of $20 million, buying influence with Russia, with Ukraine, with Communist China, Romania, and then having Biden bend over to these countries during his administration. This is an outrage. But go to freedomwatchusa.org. You have an outlet. It's not the Republican Party. They're playing games on Capitol Hill. We're only going to do an impeachment inquiry. We just want to wound Joe Biden so he's weak going into the 2024 presidential election. We don't want to bring about justice. We're going to play, as usual, our political games. And you're going to give us money to do it. And then when we're reelected in the House of Representatives and any place else, we'll do nothing. And then we'll say, we're going to do stuff if you elect us again. That's the Republican Party. And that's why we have Joe Biden. And that's why we have the left in total control of this country, which has a literal noose around our collective necks. But go to freedomwatchusa.org. We, the people, can rise up. We can bring citizens' grand juries. We can bring citizens' prosecutions. We can seek convictions. We can carry out the sentences through established law enforcement and the military. See how we've indicted Joe Biden, how he has been convicted, how he has been sentenced to 20 years in prison along with his miscreant son and brother, James. Biden was also indicted not just for the bribery, but for negligent homicide in Afghanistan, his actions resulting in the foreseeable deaths of thousands of Americans and thousands of Afghan heroes who also backed us up at the time, but were abandoned only to die at the hands of Joe Biden and his criminal, homicidal negligence. We, the American people, can't take it anymore. Enough is enough, and enough is too much, as Popeye used to say in the cartoons. We need to eat our Wheaties or eat our spinach. Rise up, fellow Americans. If you care one iota about your kids, grandkids, and future generations, you just can't sit there watching Sean Hannity on Fox News. This is our message. And go get my book, It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America, at freedomwatchusa.org. Contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We need it. We need to get bigger. We need more lawyers. We need more paralegals. We need more office space. We need to bring more cases. This is what we do. We are your Justice Department. You have no Justice Department. All you have is a Hitler-esque Gestapo that's trying to quell dissent and put people in prison because they disagree with the leftist dictatorship that's been imposed upon us through the Biden regime. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves.
Fielding Mellish, the president of San Marcos, goes on trial tomorrow for fraud, inciting to riot, conspiracy to overthrow the government, and using the word thighs in mixed company.
Please rise. Court is now in session. Judge Seymour Watson presiding. The people versus Fielding Mellish.
I object, Your Honor. This trial is a travesty. It's a travesty of a mockery, of a sham, of a mockery, of a travesty, of two mockeries, of a sham. I move for a mistrial. You realize there's not a single homosexual on that jury?
Yes, there is.
Oh, really? Which one? Is it the big guy at the end?
Call the first witness.
And you remember Fielding Mellish?
He's got a record. He was always being picked up at one demonstration or another. He's a bad apple, a commie, a New York Jewish intellectual communist crackpot. I mean, I don't want to cast no aspersions.
Your witness.
Officer Dowd, have you ever had sexual relations with a girl with really big breasts?
Yes, sir, I did.
Mm-hmm. And how did you find it?
Very erotic.
I was just checking.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Name?
J. Edgar Hoover,
Occupation?
head of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
You tell the court why you're dressed like this.
I have many enemies, and I rarely go out unless I'm in disguise.
Mr. Hoover, in your opinion, is Fielding Mellish a threat to the security of the United States?
Enough to have his phone tapped.
Hello? Hello, who is this? Who is this? Hello, who is this? Can you hold on 1 second? Walter, it's for you!
All right! I did it! I did it! I'm guilty! But I couldn't take it anymore. She kept tormenting me, edging me on, making a fool of me!
Isn't this Epstein versus Epstein? I'm sorry, Sorry.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've known Fielding Mellish for years, and he's a warm, wonderful human being.
Would the clerk read that statement back, please?
I've known Fielding Mellish for years, and he is a rotten, conniving, dishonest little rat.
Okay, I just want to make sure you were getting it.
You're out of order.
Name?
Sharon Craig,
And you are?
Miss America.
Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello, vondare in Porta Rossa, a camperà l'anello, sì, ci voglio andare, e se l'ama se
Tell the court why you think he is a traitor to this country.
I think Mr. Mellish is a traitor to this country because his views are different from the views of the president and others of his kind. Differences of opinion should be tolerated, but not when they're too different. Then he becomes a subversive mother.
Call Fielding Mellish.
Mr. Mellish, what is your nationality? Well, you might say I have two nationalities. Are you being coy? Well, I am an American citizen and also the president of San Marcos. I would not joke with this court if I were you. Wouldn't you, or couldn't you?
That's enough.
Does the code name Sapphire mean anything to you? I swear to God. You swear to God, and yet you have no compunction about teaching evolution. Where were you on the night of June 23rd?
Since you cannot resist disrupting the court, I order the marshal to bind and gag you.
And so you followed Fielding Mellish and overheard him make treasonous remarks about this country.
I did.
Your witness.
Yes, I did. No. I don't remember. No. Don't put words in my mouth. Yes. Yes, it's true. I lied.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will retire for your verdict.